If you're a fan of the Despicable Me movies and you enjoy cartoon drawing, you might want to try out this tutorial for one of the characters named Gru. He's made from some simple shapes that are actually not that hard to draw. Hi, my name's Kathy, and I've been teaching kids how to draw for over 20 years now. You know, my favorite thing to do is to show students that when you take things one step at a time, learning how to draw just might be easier than you think. You only need a few supplies to make this drawing, just a pencil, black marker, crayons, and drawing paper. You can also find a link to a step-by-step tutorial in the description below. I've made some center guidelines with a pencil on my paper, but you can also just fold and crease your paper in half too to make some creased lines to follow. Step number 1. The first thing to draw is the round circle for Gru's head. I'm going to make some marks so that I know how big I want my circle to be, and then I'll put my pencil on the center line and draw one side and then the other. Step number 2. Now we can add the eyes and mouth. The eyes are kind of simple and set wide apart with circles inside, and the mouth below is just one wide smile. Step number 3. Now there's just a few touches to finish the head. We need to add eyebrows over those eyes, and a simple nose, and an ear on each side of his head. Step number 4. Gru is wearing a scarf that's wrapped around his neck, and I'm going to make some marks about where it starts and how wide it is, and then slowly connect those marks with my pencil. Now that scarf could use some stripes, and I want mine to be symmetrical, so I'm going to draw one on one side and then the same on the other and go back and forth until I'm done. Step number 5. Gru's jacket has some really wide lapels that are right next to the scarf, so I'm going to carefully draw one on one side and then do my best to make a matching symmetrical shape on the other side. Step number 6. We can move on to the main shape of the coat now. The shoulders are wide, and then it gets a little more narrow towards the waist. Draw one side, and then the other, and the bottom is a little bit curved. When you're done, there's a little diamond shape and a line for the zipper. Step number 7. Now that the coat shape is in place, we can add the long end of that scarf. Just draw it on one side, erase any lapel line that's inside of it, and then add stripes when you're done. It's time to add Gru's arms, so they are of course detached at his shoulders, and they get pretty narrow when they get towards his waist, and then he has pretty small hands underneath. When you're done drawing one side, then draw the other, and do notice that those hands are just about on that center guideline on your paper. Step number 8. Gru also has some pretty long and skinny legs. I'm going to start by just drawing the pants and draw one side and then the other. They are pretty long. They go almost to the bottom of the paper. Alright, to finish things off, he needs some shoes. They are pretty small. One, of course, faces to the right, and the other one faces to the left. Step number 9. Alright, our drawing of Gru is done, so it's time to get out that black marker and trace over all of those pencil lines. It not only will make them easy to see, but Gru will be easier to color too. When the tracing is done, I recommend taking a moment to get an eraser and erase any pencil lines that are still showing. Now it's time to get out those crayons, and I'm going to start by coloring in Gru's face with a peach, and also his hands. Gru's coat and pants are black, so I'm going to press hard to make that a really dark black. The stripes on his scarf are black too, so I'm going to use the same crayon there. Then here's an easy way to make some gray. Just use that black crayon and color lightly on the rest of the scarf. And I think drawings always look better when they have the background filled in too. All right, then here's my finished drawing of Gru. I hope you like how yours turned out too. At Art Projects for Kids, you'll find many more lessons that over the years have taught millions of kids how to draw. That includes things like a minion and Wednesday Addams. Thanks so much for joining me today, and if you're watching this on YouTube, please remember to like and subscribe to my channel so you can get notified as soon as I post a new video.